everyone, welcome back to Minute Minecraft. Today we're going to do a couple of simple early-ish game redstone contraptions. We're going to work on an auto furnace, and then we're going to work on a little more sophisticated auto furnace for early game, and then we're going to work on a little more complicated auto furnace for later game. I did not know when I first started that you could make charcoal out of trees, which really helps a lot if you can't find coal in the ground. And it's way more efficient too. Let me show you what I mean. So this tree right here has 11 logs on it. Okay? So we're going to put that in the upper part of the furnace. And let's say we found one piece of coal. Okay. When we burn this, it's going to make charcoal, which is going to go into this chest right here. So for one piece of coal, as an investment in your future, you can make charcoal from this tree. It's not going to take you a lot. And the thing about trees is they're a renewable resource. So I can cut this down, and after I cut it down, I'll get saplings, which I can plant, and then either just let grow over time while I'm here puttering around the base, or I could bone meal them if I find one of the bone structures, or if I kill enough fish, or if I find a skelly. And this should be the last one it's able to do. And there goes 8. And you see the fire's gone. So from 11 pieces of wood and 1 coal, I now have 8 charcoal, which I can then take out of here, stick back in here, and make more charcoal. It's beautiful. So this is how an auto furnace is hooked up. In order to make this simple contraption, you're going to need 1 furnace, 3 hoppers, 3 chests, some wood, and some kind of either charcoal or coal or planks or something, some kind of burning material. All right, let's build this. The first thing you're going to do is gather all your resources in your hand, and we're going to put down a chest. And then we're going to take one of our hoppers, and we're going to crouch and point at the back of the chest. As you can see, what this does is it makes the little funnel thing go into the chest. Now, on top of this is where the furnace goes. You're going to have to crouch to put it on there, because if you don't, you're going to just enter into the item hopper. So crouch and place the furnace. So now this chest here is going to gather the stuff that comes here. It goes out through the bottom of the furnace. Now we need to put in our the thing we're going to burn and the thing that we want to transform into charcoal. So if we were going to do this, we'd put the acacia logs here and then our piece of charcoal here, but we're going to do it automatically. So in order to get something into this place, it goes in through the back. So you're going to take another one of your hoppers and you're going to aim for the back of this, crouching, so that the funnel goes into the back. And then on top, we're going to put a chest so we can just stick a bunch of charcoal or whatever in there, and it'll go in, and automatically, when we run out of whatever we're burning, more stuff will come in. Now, if you look in the furnace again, we want the stuff that we're burning on top, so it's got to come down through the top. So we need another hopper here, and we're going to put a chest on top here. And again, we're going to have to crouch so that we can get it up there. So this is where the wood is going to go. So let me show you. We put our 11 pieces of acacia in here, right? And it should filter into our furnace. Beautiful. And then we're going to put our 1 piece of coal in. It should go in, and it starts automatically going. And then our output should come into our chest any second now. It's so exciting, folks. There it is. Perfect. So that's an easy automatic furnace. Then you don't have to sit there and babysit it. Oops, I forgot to put a chest here so that we can load this thing up too. It's real important to remember that the stuff that goes on the top of the furnace goes on top, and the stuff that you want in the bottom goes through the back and then the output is going to go through the bottom. So that's a quick, simple, easy. Honestly, if I wasn't talking, it would have taken me, let's see how much time it would have taken me. All right, here we go. I've got all my stuff in my inventory. Let's go. That was way less than a minute. That was 22 seconds. And if I would have just shifted and not tried to get into the stuff without shifting, it would have taken a lot less time. Okay, moving on. All right, we're in a really early game auto furnace. So you can see we've got the input box here for our wood. We've got the input box here for our fuel source. And then we've got our box here to collect all the charcoal. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to put a minecart down. And get it going around and around. It's just going to keep going around and around and around. And what's going to happen is up here, these hoppers are going to pull whatever's in that hopper minecart and put it into this chest there, which is the fuel. And then these hoppers are going to fill the hopper minecart so that it automatically does it, so you don't have to take the charcoal out of here and put it in over here. So like I said before, while you're working on your base or something, you could be making charcoal. We're going to put some charcoal to start off in each one of these furnaces. Okay. And then we're going to put a stack of wood in here. It's going to spread it between the two. And then when the charcoal comes out, that dude's going to pick it up and deposit it in this chest. So I don't know if it's... Oh, there it goes. Did you see it go in? Let's watch again. Okay, that time it didn't go in. It takes a... Oh, there they go. So then these furnaces should be burning charcoal now. So it's an automatic... It'll automatically just keep refueling these furnaces. And so they'll start building up charcoal there. And probably won't see this until in this chest until the thing gets really going. So this is a fairly cheap, inexpensive, and easy early game setup for you. Here's what it's going to cost you. You're going to need 2 furnaces, 6 chests, a single powered rail, about 30 regular rails, a block of redstone, which is only 9 little pieces put together in a block, 10 hoppers, and a hopper minecart. Really, honestly, not that expensive. Not that expensive. And you can see where I have my powered rail. It's right before it goes uphill. I did originally, when I made this design, put one here, but it was not necessary. So that saves you 9 pieces of redstone. And there's not any, you don't have to do any fancy magic. All the redstone is basically, hoppers are considered redstone. I don't know why, but the only real redstone we have is powering that rail, and it's always on, so you don't have to turn it on or off. Okay, this is our last redstone contraption we're going to talk about today. And it's basically the same thing as this, except for there's a bunch of stuff going on automagically. So each one of these 3 furnaces has a hopper underneath. Now let's just take a look underneath here. I don't know if we can see it. We might have to dig down one more. Okay, so as you can see, each one of these hoppers is going into this dispenser. So there's a line of 4 hoppers going into a dispenser. Then we're going to use something called a glass elevator to push items up into those hoppers. This dispenser is going to shoot the stuff up. It's going to get into those hoppers. It's going to go through the hoppers, and then this final hopper is pointed to this chest, which is going to unload into a hopper mine cart that's going to go over here, that's going to feed the coal into the back of these, and then it'll go into the right place. So let's just take a look at it working. Hopefully I explained it well enough to you. So let's get the mine cart going. Give it a little push to get it started. All right. And then in these chests, we're going to put some acacia and then some oak. And that should go into the top spots. And then we're going to put a piece of coal in each one of these. Okay, perfect. So then these coal should start making charcoal, which is going to go... Oh, the first one went through. You can see it's going up. It's going to get caught by those hoppers there, and it's going to get put eventually into the hopper minecart. And then we should start seeing it appear. There it is. It's starting to appear in our furnaces right there. And so basically, that's how this thing functions. In order to build this contraption, you're going to need the following things. You need 3 furnaces. You need 5 chests. You need 16 hoppers, 1 hopper minecart, 1 powered rail, 9 regular rails, and a block of redstone, which is actually a little bit cheaper, I think. We'll have to see. But just know this, if you've already made this contraption, you'll already have this block of redstone, these rails, this powered rail. You'll have a bunch of hoppers. You're not going to have 16 of them. You're going to have the furnaces, you're going to have the minecart hopper, and you're going to have the chests. So it's not really that much more that you have to do. The tough thing is going to be getting the comparators, because you're going to need 2 of those comparators. And those need some nether quartz. So you're going to have to go to the nether for that. These are pretty cheap. So you're going to need 3 redstone repeaters, a dispenser, only 3 blocks of glass, and 4 redstone dusts to make this. So let's go ahead and I'll make it for you now. You can follow along. All right, let's get the part that you're probably the most concerned about done first so that we don't have to worry about it the whole time, okay? We're going to get the dispenser, we're going to get the comparators, the repeaters, and the redstone dust. And we're going to get this taken care of. The first thing is you're going to put the dispenser facing up here, which means you want that hole shooting the stuff up into the air. So that's what it's going to look like. This is the way that you want it placed. It's easy to do. You just look down and put it. Okay, next to the dispenser, you're going to have a repeater looking into this block. So you can see that it's got the arrow, what I think of as an arrow, pointing into that block there. You're also going to have a repeater pointing into a block here. And you're going to skip and then have a repeater point into a block here. Okay? And then we're going to take our comparators and we're going to point them into the repeaters. So as you can see, this has got kind of like an arrow going into there. And then another one here. And then the last thing to do is put the redstone dust here. Oh, crap. I don't have enough dust. Here, let's get another piece of dust. Right here. Perfect. So it's going to just go around in a loop. Watch. It's so cool. Let's stick these into the dispenser. And it just pops them out. There you go. That's it. Super simple, super easy. Okay, enough. That's that part of it. That's the hard part. It's not that hard. It took us, what, less than a minute? I think if I wouldn't have been explaining, that would have taken less than a minute to set up. Okay, let's grab the rest of our stuff here. All right. So the first thing we want to do is put these bottom hoppers in. So they're going to input into the dispenser. This is where our charcoal is going to go in. So we want them facing there. Remember to crouch and put a line of 4. There we go. And then on top of these, we're going to put our ferni. Remember to crouch. Oh, darn. Well, it's fine. You can still access it. It doesn't matter. It just looks better if you don't have it that way. Okay, and then on top of each one, we're going to put the hoppers for the wood to go in. And then we're going to have a double chest here. Or I guess you could do 3 single chests as well. It doesn't really matter. And then we're going to have put the wood in those. All right. And then on the back side of the furnace, this is where the fuel's going to go in. We're going to put, and we're crouching so that it, and pointing at the back of it so that it goes in. 3 of those. Perfect. Now, let's put the glass elevator in. So it's going to go directly on top of this. And we're only going to need 3 pieces of glass. Spectacular. Okay. So let's do the train. The mine cart. We're going to put, we don't want to put this next to a hopper because it can lock the hopper. So I'm just doing it diagonal from the last one. That's where our powered rail is going to go. Let's try this one more time. This is the 3rd time. 3rd time's a charm. I broke rails and they got put in there and whatever. It was a whole thing. Start with the powered rail. And we're going to go this way, and this is where we're going to turn. Remember to crouch while you're placing it on hoppers. No, I don't want it to do that. Let's go out from here and now turn. Boom! That's the way it goes. And then we're going to have our train, hopper, mine cart, whatever you want to call it, going around. Okay, the last thing we want to do before we try this out is we want to encapsulate the glass elevator. Like I said, you could use any blocks. I'm going to use glass so we can see what's happening. But you want them, all of the sides around the glass elevator and even the hoppers as well to be full. So that the items don't get lost. That should be good. That should be good. Okay, let's get this started. We'll have that thing start going around and around. We'll put logs into each of these. Okay, and those should end up at the top. Nice. And then we'll put a piece of charcoal in each one. Okay, and then the charcoal should start getting made, and we should start seeing it come up. And then, I know, don't freak out. Don't freak out. They kind of get caught up there a little bit, but eventually they will go through and they'll be sent back in. All right, so the thing I want to say to you guys is make sure that you encapsulate this item elevator. There are different ways you can get stuff up to the top. You could make a chain of the dispensers going up. You could use a water elevator. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I just tried to design it the most simply and the most cost effectively that I could for you guys. If you have any ideas of your own how you think you could improve this design, please let me know. You can leave your comments down below, or you could DM me if you have a better idea and we can try it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Minute Minecraft, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.